So Grounded 2 is going to have a map 3 to 4 times bigger than Grounded 1. The beginning stage of Grounded 2 is going to be the same size as the first Grounded map, and then it's going to expand from there. So I just kind of want to look at this map that we saw in the trailer and kind of speculate on what we could find or what we could see, you know, and on how big the map is really going to be. Again, they're probably going to continue to add to this later down the road or with more updates before the 1.0 update that they're going to drop, because Grounded 2 is coming in early access. So let's dive right into it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And so already right off the bat, guys, we can see that this is the ice cream cart that's been tipped over and one of the new cold biomes that they're going to be bringing into Grounded 2. So we can already tell that from here. We can see that this is the statue for Burgle and Wendell. Now, I don't know if this is from one of the videos they showcased that we're going to be traveling through Burgle through the statue, or if there's a headless Burgle somewhere around here from the explosion that happened, that we're going to be traveling inside Burgle. So I don't know if it's going to be like actual Burgle or if it's going to be through this statue right here as well. And then if we also notice, I mean, if this is what they're using for Grounded 2, this is already huge. This is crazy. We're gonna have a lot to explore. One thing I did notice is this creek right here that goes all the way up to this bridge, right? This area right here. Now, a viewer said that, you know, what if they're expanding into, you know, this pond area over here? That would be dope. Imagine that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and we're gonna be going through maybe the entirety of the park. That would be insane if they did something like that. But so far, we're just gonna be speculating from what we're seeing off of this picture of the map. There's also a picture I'm going to be covering of like a flyer that there is too, that we can see like names and other different points as well. But I want to look at the overview first. So we have, you know, this creek area, this bridge right here. I wonder if they're going to be adding more water type bugs and better stuff for, you know, the water biomes. I think Grounded is one of the few games that I believe did so good with the water biomes. I really hope they add more stuff. I would love to see maybe like a frog boss. That would be insane. A dragonfly and like dragonfly larva. They're called like nymphs, and they're actually, you know, all in the water. So that would be another cool bug addition. I would love to see dragonfly. So I'm hoping, you know, with a bigger water biome, we can have a lot more, you know, bugs and like, you know, water type bugs and other creatures that live in these creeks, or because I know this is gonna be like a little creek area, not a pond. A pond or the lake is gonna be over here to our left. So I'm really hoping they do. What would be something great you guys would like to see for like a water biome, in the water biome, if they're gonna expand it a lot in Grounded 2? Now, a viewer mentioned this section back here. This looks like a greenhouse. Right? This whole area here looks like a greenhouse, vegetation. We see pumpkins, a scarecrow, you know, to berry plants. So what if this could potentially be the shed from Grounded 1 that we were supposed to go in, but they cut that content, and now we're getting it in Grounded 2. It looks like that looks like a wheelbarrow right here. We got more vegetation there. That would be cool. That would be so cool to see. What would you think we would see bug-wise and everything in the greenhouse area? I mean, this is a really big spot, so there could be so much here. Maybe some new beetle bugs, a Hercules beetle, you know, that'd be so cool. What if they're actually going to give us the lizard? I know a lot of people say we might not ever see the lizard. I understand, but what if we do end up getting the lizard and they bring that whole shed, you know, part of Grounded 1 that was canceled, and they bring it over to Grounded 2, and now they can actually really build off of that. That's my speculation on this area here. But yeah, someone did mention that about this greenhouse. What would you think we'd get here, guys, or a lot of other stuff? Or what would you like to see in this like greenhouse, like little like garden area in Grounded 2? There's gonna be so much to explore. Of course, they got this side here all covered up. If we play the trailer, we don't really see much from there. You know, it just cuts off. Yeah, it cuts off right there. So I'm sure they're adding more this way. I see a path, maybe a house, another shed over here. From what I can tell, trees. Not much that we can tell from over here, but man, I really hope that this is just the starting point. And like one of my viewers said, we're gonna be expanding further into this giant lake and more potentially, which would be so freaking dope. So here's a bit of a close-up of the map in Grounded 2. As you guys can see, we have the statue, the garden area. I can kind of distinguish some of the names here. So we have the picnic area number 1, which you've seen some gameplay of the picnic area. Number 2 is Ominous Community Garden. So yeah, I figured that's what this was going to be, a full-on garden back here. I wonder how we're gonna get up there. Number 3 is new commemorative statue, which is, yeah, we already know about the statue, we've seen it. Number 4, I think it's like a concession stand. If we look behind right here, this looks like a whole concession stand. So I wonder if this we're gonna get like a bunch of the cockroaches stuff because it's gonna be close to the food. There's also like a little trail thing right here that we can possibly follow. So I think this is just only showcasing the left side of the map at all, but this is good. We get a better view of kind of what's going to be going on in Grounded 2. This is really dope, and we have names for everything. We have the commemorative statue, picnic area, Ominous Community Garden, and of course the Billy Dog snack bar, which is the one back here. So this is really cool. And then we have this here, which I believe is us inside the concession stand. And as you can see here, we're looking straight out into Grounded. So this is a little bit of a better view of what's going on. We have a whole speaker here, podium. We can see the statue here, the garden in the background. We got some trees, a bike from the map. So I kind of like that we get to see this a little bit more here. And of course, we got our good friend, the Crow, coming back in Grounded 2. We got the picnic table over here to our left. So dang, like this is gonna be a lot to traverse and gonna be very, very interesting. I'm very, very excited to see all this, man. So yeah, this is crazy. We can see a little bit better. We got some roses over here going towards the picnic table. I'm trying to see any other little details that I can see. This looks like a battery or a lunchbox. I'm assuming we're gonna be able to climb up here to this bench, going over here to the lake or the water biome. They really haven't showcased much of that over there, so I'm very interested to see what's going on. Of course, we have the waste can here and another waste can that's towards more of the concession stand in the back over here as well. They really haven't showcased anything to the left of the map, so I wonder if we're gonna get anything. They really haven't. I mean, outside of what they showcased, things have been quiet. We have not seen anything yet. I wonder if later this month we're gonna get a couple more things to know. But let me know your thoughts, guys, on Grounded 2. Are you excited? Any thoughts, any ideas of the map area? I just wanted to break it down real quick for you guys from, you know, my perspective and some of the perspective of the community that we've been talking little by little. Let me know your thoughts, guys, and I got a lot more Grounded content coming your way.